Hello everyone and welcome to Rajput Jain and Associates. In this video, we will be discussing about private company registration. So, as we know that before starting a business, registering the business is must. So, there are many ways to register the business like proprietorship, partnership, OPC or private limited company. Most of the companies are registered as private limited company in India. There are 12 to 13 lakhs companies in India who have registered themselves as private company. First of all, we'll discuss about what is a private limited company. A private limited company, as its name implies, is privately held commercial entity. It is owned by the private investors. A private limited company's liability structure is similar to that of limited liability partnership, with each shareholder's responsibility restricted to the amount of shares held by them. Shareholders cannot be held accountable for more than the value of their stock. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs in the company's controlling authority. Now that you have learned what is a private limited corporation, it is time to learn about its characteristics. Firstly, the members. According to the Companies Act of 2013, a minimum of 2 members and a maximum of 200 members are necessary to form a private limited company. Next one is limited liability. The liability of each member of shareholders is limited. It means that if a company faces loss under any circumstances, then its shareholders are liable for payment up to the amount of the shares unpaid by them. The personal individual asset of shareholders are not at risk. Next is perpetual succession. Even if one of its members dies, becomes insolvent or files a bankruptcy, the corporation continues to exist in the eyes of the law. As a result, the company will continue to exist in perpetuity. The company's life will continue to exist indefinitely. Number of directors. When it comes to the directors, a private company needs to have only 2 directors. With the existence of 2 directors, a private company can come into operations. Next one is paid up capital. It must have a minimum paid up capital of rupees 1 lakh or a greater amount as may be prescribed from time to time. Next is prospectus. A prospectus is a thorough summary of company's affairs that is issued to the public by the company. A prospectus is not required to be issued in case of private limited company because the public is not invited to subscribe for the business shares. Next is name. It is mandatory for all the private companies to use the word private limited after its name. So, having been discussed about the characteristics of private limited company, now let's discuss about the advantages of private limited company. First one is no minimum capital. A private limited company can be formed with no minimum capital. The total authorized share capital of a private limited company might be as low as 10,000. Second one is separate legal entity. In the eyes of the law, a private limited company has a distinct legal identity, which means the company's assets and liabilities are distinct from its directors' assets and obligations. Both are counted separately. Management and ownership are separated in a private limited company. Thus, managers are responsible for the company's success as well as failure. Thirdly, limited liability. If the company undergoes financial distress because of whatsoever reasons, the personal assets of the member will not be used to pay the debts of the company, as the limited liability of the person is limited. Fourth one is fundraising. A private limited company in India is the only form of business except public limited companies that can raise funds from the venture capitalists or angel investors. Lastly, free and easy transfer of shares. Shares of a company limited by shares are transferable by shareholders to any other person. The transfer is easy as compared to transfer of an interest in business run as proprietor concern or a partnership. Now, let's take a look on documents required for private limited company. First one is share capital amount and the proposed ratio of holding of shares. A short description of the company and the business. Third one is name of the city where the registered office of the company is located. Next is ownership and sale date in case of your own premise. Identity proof of directors and shareholders. Next is address proof of the registered office. That can be electricity bill, telephone bill, etc. Next is address proof of the director or shareholders. for example voter ID card, passport, driving license, etc. Next we have a duplicate copy of the latest electricity bill, telephone bill or mobile bill for the directors. Next is the occupation details of the directors as well as the shareholders. Next is email address of the directors and shareholders. And the next is contact details of directors and shareholders. Also passport size photos of directors and shareholders. In case the property is on rent, then you need to submit a copy of the rent agreement with no objection certificate from the landlord, and also the affidavits for non-acceptance, NOC for a change in the original subscribers of MOA and AOA subscriber sheet. And next is the PAN card of the company. In case you are a foreign national subscriber, then you need to provide nationality proof. Now finally we come to the discussion of the procedure to register a private limited company. So once the name of the company is decided, the applicant need to follow some steps for registering a private limited company. Registration of a private limited company in India is complete and online process. Recently, the MCA has replaced the earlier SPICE form with a new web form called SPICE Plus. Hence, incorporating a private limited company is even easier now. Now, you can incorporate a private limited company with a single application for name reservation, incorporation, DIN allotment, mandatory issue of PAN 10, EPFO, ESIC, profession tax, and opening of bank account. SPICE Plus is divided into two parts. Part 1 is apply for name reservation of the company in Part A Plus. It can be used for taking the name approval of the proposed company and also for filing company register in one go. In Part B of the form, SPICE Plus, apply for services such as incorporation, DIN allotment, mandatory issue of PAN, mandatory issue of TAN, mandatory issue of EPFO registration, mandatory issue of ESIC registration, mandatory issue of profession tax registration, mandatory issue of bank account for company, and allotment of GSTIN. So this was all about private limited company and its registration process. In case you need to know more about private limited company and its registration process, contact Rajput Jain and Associates. Thank you.